There we go. Come on, look at that. You know what that is, my friend? That is the freaking sun. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stay here a bit. I was thinking about moving into the forest, but you know what? Let's take that after this little recording here, because now I want to take this chance to, oh, let's see if we can hook this up, to sit in the sun. So you can enjoy the first really warm spring days with me here now after this long, cold and dark winter. Maybe the sun is something you take for granted where you live. I don't do that. For many months of the year it's dark up here. Not completely dark, but yeah, it's like a smog filter over reality. Like a nuclear winter, you can imagine, in a way, if you don't have winters where you live. Nothing grows from the ground, everything freezes. The sun is barely going through the thick clouds, so you don't really see the sun. Of course you see light, it's not completely dark, but you don't see the sun, like an orange in the sky glowing. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't, but now sitting here with a baby blue sky and seeing the sun, the orange in the sky, that is like a religious experience when you come out of a long winter. I think it's just every life form feels like that. But I mean, there's a lesson to be learned here. For me to appreciate the sun this much now, not take it for granted. Yeah, I've been away from it, right? Gives you perspective of things. If you allow become friend and understand the seasons and how to live differently in every season, yeah, you can become strong living up in the north, as people always have been. If you learn how to do it. So Sweden, if you think about it, what's the recipe for surviving a winter here? Yeah, you play fucking hockey in the winter. That's what we do, or did. You go skiing. You ride a sled, you go ice fishing, you go hunting. You do that shit every day outside. You're fine. Eat a lot of fish oil, eat a shitloads of vitamins, every vitamin you can find. Shove it in your face, it doesn't matter. Oh, it says 1000% more. Like, yeah, eat 5 of those. You're not gonna die. You're gonna pee everything out, most of it. And when you don't get sun on you for months, you're like a gray vampire. The problem is if that grayness comes into your head. Of course you're tired, you have no energy, or less energy. When you wake up by the alarm clock 6 in the morning and it's fucking pitch black outside and it felt like you slept for 1 hour, even if you slept for 8 hours. Sometimes it feels like that. You just, oh, I could sleep all day long if I wanted to. If I could. Yeah, sometimes you need that. Eat shitloads of fat, protein-rich food. Go play hockey and sleep like a motherfucker. That's the trick. Drink shitloads of water, eat shitloads of fat food, and move, and rest. Play board games with your family. Make knives. Repair things. Build things inside. Renovating your kid's room is not the best time to do it on the summer vacation. Do it on the winter. Occupy yourself. Don't sit there like a stupid monkey looking at your phone. And don't move. Nah. You can't have a good life up here if you don't understand this, because you can't be depressed every winter and then start over every spring. Like, oh, now I'm happy again, and behaves like a crazy person. Like, I need to travel to 55 different places this summer and rebuild our house and buy a new car and get a new life and exercise every day and drink red wine every day for 5 weeks. Then these people, they get depressed then when it's 1 week left of the vacation and they need to go back to the lame ass fucking job and lame ass fucking life. And then it just repeats until they die. This is... Every other person is like this, it feels like. Some level of it. Every other person. And if you haven't been in that system for maybe your entire life fully, or just small parts of your life, or just you try that life and you felt like, wow, no thank you, no thank you. But yeah, what to say about it? Like, it's a shame that we have gotten so detached from this and the understanding of this and what lives in this. That's a shame. We pay a huge price for that. Like mentally, spiritually, and our bodies. Let's not talk about our bodies. We can't even deal with the winter anymore. Well, my friends can. My family can deal with the winter. They're pretty fun. So is the summer. But the summer is also... I connect summers with working as a motherfucker. That's my life. No vacation summer. When I was younger, I used to work summer. A lot of businesses are like that, and some people are like that, because you get more energy, or you have more time, whatever, you can push yourself. And then you do push yourself and maybe earn more money during the summer so you can take it easy on the winter. It's a way of life here. My father worked like that all my upbringing. Like, he's a carpenter, so they were not building shit during winter, so he worked like a motherfucker. And then he was off on the winter and hunted and fished and took it a bit easy, maybe worked once a week, twice a week. Like, I find that way of life very rewarding, to live like that. It's just, it can be quite a puzzle to get it to work properly. And this puzzle, you're not a master of this in the beginning, usually. But people doesn't even dare to think the thought, like, what do you mean work less in winter? I get less money. Yeah, but you make more money in the summer maybe. Well, that is enough to scare people away from even thinking about this. You gotta sacrifice something, you know? You can't just get what you want. You can't feel like you have a super high, well-paying job to pay for your fucking crazy vacation every year, while still feeling freedom every day. Like, That's a strange combination. Well, you can become so rich that you're free. Well, no one is free. The rich people are not free. They need to get that money in all the time. That's not freedom. That can be like a prison. Maybe you want to chill down and become a cowboy. Maybe you think and your friend thinks that you need a new car every year. If you're stuck in that, you're stuck in that. That's not freedom, right? Or maybe to you, I don't know. But there's a huge problem in the modern society that we have, you know, air ventilated rooms, we have cars, we have technology. So you can work like a motherfucker all year round, and your boss can expect that from you. And then when January comes and you want to spend time on the holiday with your family and friends and just be off for a week or 2 or 3 weeks even, maybe 4 weeks, maybe 3 months that I have been off. You're never off, but compared to what you do in the summer, it feels like off. And then you wake up in the morning, you go out with the kids, you eat a big ass fucking breakfast with bacon and eggs and roasted bread. You drink chocolate milk. You're, you know, having a nice inside life also. But you're also outside doing fun things with the kids. Or if you take it a bit slower on the winter and focus more on what is like important, like family, maybe your health and your dreams or whatever it is. If you focus more on that in a calmer period like that, get more sleep, get more food, less stress, you're gonna be like a sharp fucking blade when you come out there in the spring, not dealing with some fucking winter depression. Stop drinking beer that you've done for a month, like whatever you're doing, watching TikToks 12 hours every day, working 15 hours every day. When you come out of that as a train wreck, that's why you're so stressed. Oh, now I have got some sun, I can do certain things. Yeah, you can put potatoes in the ground because the soil is not frozen. But why pause life 11 months a year? That's my question. And squeeze everything in. Do we need to live like this in the modern times? I get why they need to do that not that long ago. You worked at a factory, it barely paid for your food, the factory owned your house, they owned the food store, you were locked in there until you died. And I get it. Vacation, nice, thank you. I get it, but does the world look like this today? Or are we still in the same mind? Like, I need to have a new car every 3rd year, so I go to the factory that eats up my soul. Okay, do you need a new car every 3rd year? Yeah, that's why if I buy that, I can go to the factory every day. I'm happy, I need that to go to the factory. Well, if you stop going to the factory, that means that you don't need to have the car, right? Syntax error, move on. That's where the thoughts stop in these people's heads. And I mean, yeah, that's all right. But it's all right, it's all right. It's their lives, right? Who's saying what is right or wrong? I'm just saying, I'm giving a perspective on it. Like, we are so locked in how we think about things. So we are so locked in that we don't even know that we are locked in. And how locked in we are, that we understand when we get distance from it, that we were locked into. Maybe you're in a super destructive, fucked up relationship, but for years you think that is normal. And then you meet like a wonderful, strong, competent woman, and then you're like, oh my god, that was fucked up. That woman was fucked up. Yeah, now you see it. 5 years ago you couldn't. You leave a boring job with retarded colleagues, working for a retarded boss. You find a cool place, not the same salary maybe, but with good friendly people and good crew, someone with a heart running it, and then you're like, oh my god, my previous job was shit. Yeah, it was, but you were there for 17 years. What the fuck, bro? Yeah, I'm a slow learner. Yeah, must be. No, it's fear who is controlling this behavior. We are scared. We are scared of what people think of us. So that becomes a gatekeeper to taking it easy on the winter. Yeah, what if I don't work full time? Then people think I'm a hobo or something. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. Are you willing to sacrifice that? People think you're a lazy hobo from work, for you're just working 4 days a week, or think you're strange, or they become scared because they also want to do it, and then you do it, and then you remind them of what they are not doing, and that they're terrified of you, or they love you, or whatever they're doing. It's weird for you and weird for them, because they're not going to do what you're doing. They're not going to do that, most likely. They will just talk about it with you or others. Like, yeah. So, yeah, I'm in my studio here now. Thank you for this, Raymond. Beautiful. I put it on the inside of the house just to mess with my wife, and she was like, if you don't remove that fucker, I'm gonna burn it. And I'm like, come on, it's beautiful. Yeah, it is. But it belongs in here. So I was saying, what was I saying? Yeah. I guess if you want to be a bit more happy, a bit more well rested, a bit more confident, a bit more like fulfilled as a human, a bit more, yeah, just have a richer life. Do more of the shit that you really like to do and dream about doing. If you want to have more of that in your life, my theory is that first and foremost, of all the qualities that you need to have as a person, you need to be creative, you need to be intelligent, you need to be, yeah, the most important one I think is that you need to be, yeah, you need to have good people around you, but you need to be brave. This is like the key to every fun door in life. Is if you have the ability to confront and overwin fear inside you. Like, oh, I would like to say that, but whatever. But doesn't matter. Doing is what matters. So if you feel those feelings and then you like want to challenge yourself and you're like, boo, just do it. If you do that many times in your life in this different situations and arenas, you're gonna start becoming way more brave and strong and confident. Like you start taking and showing your place in the world, and you get feedback from that. Eventually maybe you can quiet the bully, like shut up, fuck up. If you develop these qualities in you, you can basically, yeah, the more you develop them, you can basically, yeah, I'm not saying this is not black and white, but you can basically live life in a very different way than you can if you don't have these qualities. You can be way more free, you can be way more successful at whatever you're doing, you can be way more respected and liked as a person by some people if you develop these qualities. I've noticed. So, and if you have very few of them, or you're lacking the brave part, which is kind of the most important one, because sure, you can be competent and smart and creative and have a good network, but if you never dare to pull the trigger, nothing's gonna happen. People might talk to you like, hey bro, come on, join the adventure. Hey bro, you want to start this together? Hey bro, hey bro, hey bro. I mean, you will, if you are smart and likable, and people will pull you, like try to get them, hey, you hear that shit. But you're like, no, not me, why me? And nothing happens until you decide to believe what the people are saying. Then things start to move, step by step. And your reality and your life and everything change in front of your eyes. Does that sound like some hippie mumbo jumbo talk? Or do you understand what I'm saying? Think like this. Think like this. A 35-year-old man who's been playing video games up until he was 26, 27. That was his main purpose in life. Play video games, become good at that. Everything else he did in life, he felt like he was forced to do. Oh, I need to work once a week. Fuck that. And the person is like lazy at the work and bad attitude, comes in late, complains, oh, my salary is too low. Yeah, you should be fucking happy that you have a salary, dumbass. You know, this type of guy, maybe he had some girlfriends that he was not a good boyfriend. He just want to play games and don't care. Like, but now he's alone and he's sitting in an apartment and he works twice a week and he plays video games with his friends and he's had 2 girlfriends and yeah, that's basically his life, right? He doesn't do anything physical, he doesn't do anything demanding. Like, his North Star is to go away from demanding shit because he doesn't believe he can accomplish anything anyway. He's like giving up on himself. He's like, yeah, we've all felt these feelings in different various levels. We felt beaten down. All of us have. Like, but imagine feeling like that 24/7, like basically your entire teenage life, your entire adult life, even parts of your childhood. You felt like this, resentful, bitter, jealous, because your parents didn't kind of raise you right, most likely, or allowed you to play video games 12 hours every day. I don't know who we can blame, it doesn't matter, but you have this guy. Let's say we fast forward, he's 40 years old, he maybe has a girlfriend, he has a kid. A lot of these people have kids. It's just because the girlfriend wants it. They kind of given up on the man, he's just sitting there playing games and they want to have kids so they can have kids. And he's like, fuck, sorry guys, talking while playing. I need to go to the fucking swimming pool with my kids today. Oh, see you tonight, guys. Let's drink some beer. Like that type of guy. You can place him. Think of this as a video game. That guy is a character in the video game. We call him the lazy guy, the big man-child. I'm also a man-child, so I am. So place him next to me in this video game, my character, with my attribute points and skills and his, and then you have a controller. This is your character. He's limited in this world by who he is, what he experienced, what he does every day, what kind of attitude he has, every aspect of his existence, every attribute, every skill. Place him, start playing video game, and you're like, what? It's an open world game. Talk to stranger, and you're like, can't do it. Why? I want to talk to. No. Character too insecure. You're like, okay. Oh, it's a nice girl there. Let's say hi. Let's hug her. It's a video game. I can do whatever I want, right? And you're like, error. Girl rejects you, kicks you in the balls, calls you scumbag. And you're like, what? My character doesn't have any money. I need to go find a job. Go into some store. Hey, can I work here? They just look at him like, no, sorry. And you're like, what the fuck should I do in this game? Yeah, go play video games. That's what you can do. Right? Or you can do some other things. I don't know. So now you start a video game with my character. Right? Activating Tommy. And you're like, huh. Open world video game. Cool. What do I want to do? There's a stranger there. Go talk to that. Hello, my name is Tommy. I come from Sweden. I'm new in this video game. Where should I go? What can we do here? And this person like, oh, from Sweden. I have an uncle in Sweden. Well, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, wow, really cool. I know that place. Whatever. And then there comes like a violent person and interrupts us, and like some bad player in the game. This is a part of the game. Someone with a bad attitude comes and messes with the stranger I'm talking to. I'm like, attack him, my character I'm playing. And you're like, boof, boo, ish, damn, I could do that. Yeah, cool. Oh, there's a good looking girl over there. Let's go talk to her. And you're like, hey, but you can't steer the game. Someone's playing you. And you're like, hey, good looking. And she's like, wow, in love with you. I'm kidding here, of course. I'm exaggerating. This is not how I view myself, but you get my point here. Is life fair? Does the lazy guy who can't do shit in the video game because he's limited in himself and what he's done or haven't done in his life, and he doesn't understand it, that experience of sitting playing that game, it's just no, can't do, error, no, play video games, yeah, that you can do, hang out with your loser friends, become drunk, yeah, I can do that, and you sit and you do that in the video game. How fun is that? This is what I meant by the more brave you are, the more shit you can do in the video game. And if you back that up with intelligence, creativity, confidence, self-awareness, communication skills, if you think of it like a video game, like Sims, oh, I need to be smarter. Yeah, read. Watch a documentary, listen to a podcast, read a magazine. I want to be stronger. Yeah, do push-ups, do squats. I want to be better at talking to people. Yeah, find a place where you're forced to talk to people. I want to learn how to fight. Yeah, learn jiu-jitsu. Buy a punching bag. Wrestle with your kids. Nothing is like static. The points can be adjusted. It's just the more you play video games, the longer, the more you need to play catch up later in life, and that can be really fucking hard. Trust me. You need to go all in if you want to catch up really late. But that is okay also, but it's just going to be harder. Like if you want to get really fit, look like a Greece god naked when you're 55, it's going to be way harder than if you're 25. We all understand that. But I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm not saying you shouldn't do it. I'm just saying then you need to like do everything correct. No booze, eat 6 times a day, take walks every morning, drink shitloads of water, like write shit down, have a personal trainer, have a friend training you. Like you can do it. But when you're 25, you can sleep for 3 hours and fucking drink a Sprite in the morning and eat some chips and like, yeah, I'm okay. Like I can go train and your muscles will still be growing, but you're eating like a garbage man. No, not a garbage man, but garbage. And you don't sleep and you don't... It's very different when you get older. Like, yeah. So, but never too late. I'm in that phase right now in my life, if I'm honest with you here now. I used to be quite fit. Like, my entire adult life I've been quite... I've been doing shitloads of wrestling, fighting, firefighter stuff. I put a lot of like identity and trust in my body. Same as my father, who's a carpenter, like a lumber guy. Like, and I sense now, just closing in on 40. Like seriously, I'm not complaining. I'm saying what I'm noticing. The amount of recovery needed after one day outside and like doing shit, it's very different. And I still eat like 2 people, and that is starting to show. People say my jeans are too tight. I say once they were not. I refuse to buy new jeans. Yeah, 1 second.